Many agree now it will be a two-horse race in England between Liverpool and Manchester City. However, of course, the big news for City over the last week is sources saying that Laporte will be out until 2020. City still favourites, big favourites as well, looking to make it 3 titles in a row. Liverpool coming in at 11-5. Does Laporte's injury mean that is wrong?
No, I don't think so. I think whilst it's... Look, if Stones gets injured and Otamendi gets injured and Walker... Then they've got a big... I mean, they're a little bit thin on the ground. Bearing in mind they were interested in Harry Maguire for that position, but weren't willing to pay the money. Vincent Kompany's moved on. Now Laporte's injury. But, you know, we've talked about this on the show. City and Liverpool have been smashing teams.
Yeah.
You know, so bearing in mind, they got Norwich coming up. I don't think that's going to make an issue. I think only in the bigger games would it make a big difference. And whilst they, you know, latter stages of the Champions League, stuff like that. So for me, it doesn't swing it, but with one player.
I think it does. And I think things will happen during the course of the year that will swing it one way or other. Because it is between the two of them. And the reason I think it will is because both of these teams will have games where they're not smashing teams. And that means you need a reliable, solid defence. And you can't say that about Manchester City. When their strikers are not putting the ball in the back of the net, you don't want to be relying on Stones and you don't want to be relying on Otamendi. And you really don't want to be relying on a Fernandinho who's, no question, world class at what he does in the middle of the park. But that is completely different playing 20 yards further back. So, yes, I think it does swing in Liverpool's favour.
So Liverpool favourites for you now to win the league?
Well, of course he's going to say that.
Absolutely.
Shock horror, he's gone the Liverpool way.
No, if you think about it, right? So
well, I've thought about it. I just gave you an answer.
A well-thought-out answer.
When Adrian comes in for Liverpool, now I'm definitely thinking this is Man City are favourites now because we don't know what's going to happen.
But he's still in. Alisson's still injured.
And Adrian has come in and done well. So now we do know what's going to happen because Adrian has shown that he can handle it.
Right.
We don't know what's going to happen with Manchester City.
Yes, we do. John Stones isn't a rookie.
John Stones hasn't hardly played all season. He's been injured. I tell you, there's one guy. My problem with Liverpool, right, is centre back with Matip. If you want to start picking holes, you can pick a little hole in Liverpool with that. If you want to pick a hole in Man City, there's a gaping hole at the back with Kompany not there.
I tell you what, I'd have John Stones over Matip any day.
Oh, behave yourself.
Oh, away.
Behave yourself.
Away you go.
See the last game he played for us?
I know John Stones has got a rick in him, right?
Come on,
John Stones is a very good footballer who's having a bit of a bad time. John Stones is an excellent footballer, very, very clever, prone to make a mistake. But all of a sudden, Joe Matip... Do you think Pep Guardiola would be interested in Joe Matip?
I'll tell you what, he's not interested in John Stones because he doesn't play him.
Is Joe Matip...
Did he buy Stones? Yes, he did. Does he play him? He doesn't play him.
Who plays with Van Dijk? Gomez or Matip?
I would prefer Gomez.
That tells you how bad. That tells you how bad I think John Stones is. He's not even in your top 2 centre-backs at Liverpool.
That's how bad Stones is there.
You're havering.
Frank, where do you stand on this? Laporte's injury, does it now make Liverpool favourites in your eyes?
Liverpool is a favourite for me. He's a favourite, even if Laporte will be not injured. But it's another problem for Manchester City. But defensively, I find Liverpool stronger than Manchester City. It doesn't mean that I don't like John Stones, even comparing to Matip. But I think with Van Dijk, especially with him, and the two left and right back, I think Liverpool is stronger defensively than Manchester City. And they have same tools offensively, so it's why I think Liverpool is a favourite.
Look, Liverpool and Manchester City are so far ahead of everybody else, and I mean everybody else, that in most games that Manchester City is going to play, defensively, they're not going to have to do a whole lot.
Yeah.
They're going to have the ball. They're going to control the pace of the game. Yes, there are a couple of plays that you're going to have to make defensively here and there. For the most part, it's not going to be a concern. The concern for Manchester City without Aymeric Laporte is going to be whenever they play, guess what? Liverpool. And they play November 9th. That's one that you can say, well, it swings it one way or the other. But they don't play again until April 4th.
Right.
And so I find that at Manchester City, just like Liverpool, they're going to leave everybody else behind, and it's going to be the games against each other that will swing it one way or another. This is how close it's going to be, but in the end, Manchester City, to me, is a more talented team than Liverpool. On the whole, overall, I look at both teams, I evaluate both teams, and objectively I can tell you that Manchester City has more options than Liverpool does.
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN Plus.